had my second filler dissolver session last night, and he said that it's dissolved enough that he would be comfortable with doing the surgery. So he asked me to call his assistant and see if there was an opening. So I contacted her this morning, and I can go in next Friday, so a week from today. So that moves it up 4 days, which is good for me because then I don't have to use any of my vacation, because he says like 72 hours before you can go back to work. So that will be perfect, and I won't have to use my much needed vacation for the surgery. And so then I just made my first payment, so we'll finish paying it up next week, but I'm excited. So less than a week now. So I had some questions for him yesterday, and my question was, when can I use my devices again? So red light, microcurrent, the Nira lasers, and he said 3 days after for red light. And then I think he didn't really mention microcurrent, so I'm just gonna like hold off on like maybe a week or so. And then as far as like the Nira laser, he said 4 weeks, and I was like, really? I was like, okay. But I want to be careful with the red light too, because that can also cause fat loss. So he's doing the fat grafting, taking it from around my belly button and then grafting around here. So that was my first question. My second question was, how is he getting, wow, I need to fix my bronzer, is how is he getting the fat? So I said, is it liposuction? And he says, yes, it is via liposuction, but, and he told me not to look it up. He's like, yes, it is via liposuction, but the liposuction videos you see, the unit is connected to a wall and they're just like aggressively sucking the fat out. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen the videos. He's like, I'm doing it with a hand pump because they don't want to destroy that fat. So it will kind of just be very gentle, done with a hand pump. And then he kind of pulls it out, and then he said he makes it into like a kind of liquid. They kind of like liquefy it, I guess, into like a paste, and then they inject that as far as the grafting. Not all the fat makes it. About 40% of the fat doesn't make it, so they overcorrect at first, and we'll see how it goes. But he made sure that he's like, around here too, right? I'm like, yes. I don't know why he doesn't just do that anyway, but so I think that was my other question for him as far as surgery and recovery and how it's all done. I need to remember to save this as a highlight bubble. And then I did ask him about exercise, because the packet that I received last year said no exercise for 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a long time. Like, to me, it just makes more sense to like get up and get active and start the healing process, because the more active you are, the faster and better you heal. So I asked him about that again last night, because I was like, can I go for walks around the block? And he's like, I need to update that. He's like, I don't want you being a couch potato. If you like to lift weights, but just reduce it to like 70% of your max. So like no super heavy lifting, just do more reps. And I was like, sweet, I can still work out, because I don't feel right if I don't get my workouts in. I really need to fix that. So that was my other question for him. So I'm excited. It's super, super soon.